All right, welcome back. Let's talk about OBASA. Honorable OBASA, who was the speaker of I think it was the lead speaker.
Muda,
I'm not sure.
Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa.
From Lagos State House of Assembly.
Yes.
Yes. So there's a report here that I'm going to read really quickly. I know you've been following this story, but I'm just going to read this short excerpt from PM News Nigeria. It says heavy security presence at Lagos Assembly as ex-speaker Obasa plans come back. By a Paul Dada, there is a heavy presence of men of the DSS, Department of State Security, and the Nigerian police around and within the premises of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Alausa, Ikeja, on Monday. Armed security personnel were said to have been on ground since 10 a.m. The current speaker, Mojisola Miranda, is said to have arrived with our convoy at about 11:15 a.m., although the House could not sit given the situation, but PM News learned that the lawmakers were seen holding discussions somewhere within the premises. The security situation is believed to be connected with the alleged plan by the embattled former speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, to storm the House. Obasa, who was removed Obasa by 36 of the lawmakers on January 13, 2025, has always insisted that the action was illegal. He has gone further to file an urgent suit at the Ikeja Division of the Lagos State High Court, filed on February 12, 2025. Obasa, through his lawyer, Chief Afolabi Fashanu SAN, Obasa is calling for a swift ruling, asking the court to fast-track proceedings and compel the defendants to respond within 7 days. Obasa in the suit argues that his removal on January 13, 2025 by 36 lawmakers violated the 1999 Constitution as amended and the Assembly's own standing orders. He says that no sitting should have taken place without the Speaker's formal convening of the House. I have a very simple question for you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Who is delusional, Miranda, Miss Miranda, or Mr. Obasa?
I think it will be, the answer is simple, straight, and unambiguous. The person that has been delusional here is Obasa.
Okay.
Simple, yes.
Why?
Because the majority of his colleague lawmakers are saying they don't want him no more. And they have their grants. They did not even speak of impeachment. They're talking of a removal. They were cautious in the use of language and and deliberate in the actions they took. So to now have had certain individuals in Lagos today saying that if this is going to require the shedding of their blood, if they are going to be martyred to protect the hard-won democracy in Lagos State, that it will happen and that they would not budge. But, it could be political speak. You never can trust any politician. But if push comes to shove, it looks like something is tearing apart. It looks like the political roof in Lagos State is crashing on the entire house of cards. So, simply addressing your question, Obasa is being delusional. Because
now considering
what is being suspected here is that, according to some lawmakers in Lagos State today, what they are suspecting is that he is being goaded on and being recklessly encouraged by the First Lady of Nigeria, former Senator REMI TINUBU, and the administration in Nigeria has plays this card in a way that is so similar to that of the United States of America. Number one, the first family operate in lockstep. I mean, in locksteps. You don't easily find them retracing their steps from any mistake. They don't walk back anything, and easily you can see them digging in and maintaining the same position. That would not be different from what we used to witness under. Yeah, she's not talking. She's not addressing the fact that she is the one that is encouraging the situation in Lagos State. And the question will be asked: what is the need for her? What is the need for the First Lady of Nigeria? The Mrs. Lady Mojisola Miranda is a woman, and Mrs. What's it called? Mrs. TINUBU should have counted herself lucky to want to support a fellow woman. But you know, as is often said, ara ile onikaluku ni ọ̀tá rẹ̀. One's enemy cannot be found elsewhere other than within the house, within a household. And so women, like I've analyzed on this platform before, most times are their own worst enemies, whether by their own action, self-inflicted action, or the way they often gang up against themselves. You want a woman to evolve today as the this is not even hypothetical anymore. You know, from Dr. Sarah Jibril, all kinds of women that have risen in Nigeria to provide alternative, leadership to the men. How woeful their performances have been. Women do not vote for themselves. And so it would not be a surprise to see Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu coming out so boldly to tackle Lady Miranda in Lagos. But beyond that, because this is not something that must be, what's it called? This cannot just be tailored strictly as a gender thing. No. But what we're saying here is that this is not different from what we have seen over the ages amongst ladies who share bedrooms of power. Whether you're talking of Mrs. You know who I'm talking of, Lady Patience Jonathan, who almost single-handedly weakened the leadership in Rivers State and installed Nyesom Wike, who has become a monster and an albatross on Nigerian political plane today, and so on and so forth. Even when the men wants to, to really brush off stuff on their ego, the ladies will call them inside. No, you can't take that. Some people have tried to disabuse our mind about such possibilities in the past, but we know some of us who came from a politically influential families or families that were involved politically, we know that that is not true. What is true is that some of these ladies have a way of manipulating their husbands and manipulating the system in order to score undue political advantage. I hope that is not what is playing out in Lagos. So if you have any further,
that's an interesting that's an interesting take on it. There is, in fact, a report on Gazette Nigeria from January 29, about 3 weeks ago, that says First Lady of Nigeria, REMI TINUBU, has thrown her full weight behind impeached Lagos Speaker Mudashiru OBASA, shielding him from arrest and prosecution from EFCC agents who were ready to pounce on him upon his arrival in the country over a multi-billion-naira fraud allegation. Presidency sources have told People's Gazette. The sources said the First Lady asked anti-graft agents to hold off on Mr. OBASA to avoid creating features within the ruling APC ranks in Lagos. EFCC sources previously told the Gazette how a heavy hammer was waiting to fall on Mr. OBASA given the compelling corruption
Now,
case that was
Ola,
compiled against him. Yes.
in a situation or scenario where the rule of law strictly plays out, where it strictly applies, don't you think if this report by and I have no doubt as a journalist to doubt what my colleagues report, people may plant falsehood through us at times, but we are not liars. We just go after the facts and report the facts that are given to us. Now, those facts may not speak to the truth, and they may as well speak to the truth. But what I'm saying here is that there is no reason for me, no basis for me to want to doubt what Gizo has reported here. And what I'm suspecting, in a decent climb, in a place where people are not operating by postmodernist standards of truth not being true, not being truth anymore, strictly, and people tell you that is the whole truth and not universal truth. You don't think Mrs. TINUBU...
That was shady, what you just said, but go ahead.
Yes, well, don't you think Mrs. TINUBU would have been guilty of obstruction of justice?
Are you saying you believe the People's Gazette of Nigeria?
I have no reason to doubt them. That's what I'm saying.
Are you saying you believe them?
Well, maybe another way of putting it would be what you have just said. But what I'm saying is I have no reason to doubt them. And in a saner place, Mrs. TINUBU would also be answerable for trying to obstruct justice the way she, has been alleged to have. This is what I'm saying. What is that? She is not the one. The last time I checked, she was not on the ballot with the husband, was she? She was not on the ballot with the husband. The husband was elected president, but like I told you, they operate like the Trumps of America. Nobody will rein her in. They will not. She's a mistress of power. She's a mistress of power. And so anything goes. Even things that are strictly none of her business suddenly becomes of interest to her. It suddenly attracts her business. There are things she has been doing that are really worthy of praises, worthy of being applauded. But in this one, I think she's gone too far. And Wole Soyinka that used to talk of, what is it? A mere appendage of whatever and whatever. I don't want to repeat those words that are so insensitive to the place of women. He is not speaking out now. Oga Kongi is not speaking out. That, what is it? Mrs. Oluremi TINUBU, take care of Nigerian women, children, vulnerables through your non-for-profit initiatives, which are quite commendable. Leave
so in essence,
business of government to people that are elected to do that. And you don't meddle with investigations by security agents.
So in essence, there are interests beyond our full understanding and knowledge at this point. But we have no reason to doubt that report. I personally believe in that report, but we'll continue to follow it. Do us a favor, join the conversation in the comment section. We're watching everything, and we'll continue to bring trendy stories for you all around the world. Hit like, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified. Help us get to 1,000 followers. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers.
One thing we did not touch tonight is the allegation by the cryptocurrency guy who said that Nuhu Ribadu's political machine was oiled while he was in detention and the altercation. Maybe we'll deal with that next week.
Maybe.
Yeah, God willing.
But
Senator, former Senator Ben Murray Bruce has said that there is no chance on earth that Nuhu Ribadu would have demanded a bribe from those cryptocurrency guys. But those cryptocurrency guys are saying, in fact, Nigerian officials and elected National Assembly members, lawmakers, were demanding up to $150 million. You see, it looks so improbable that, Nuhu Ribadu cannot do that. But from what we know about our land of birth, Nigeria, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Leave that
I'm
thing.
telling you, anything is possible. So to want to just make all of us wonder that, oh, it's a smear campaign. They are trying to do this to Nigeria, do that to Nigeria. Boldness. Let us continue to project our strength through our personal conduct and making sure that we do not do anything to run the nation aground and bring the entire race of Africans to shame. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care and God bless. Peace.